Hey, if you saw me at the game on Saturday wearing my Kamala Harris shirt, you might wonder why I'm supporting her. And I didn't want to ruin a good tailgate party by getting into it there, so that's why I made this video. I've been a Republican almost all my life. I started voting in the 80s, and the first time in my life that I ever voted for a Democrat was in 2016 when Republicans forced me to. I don't do this because I love Democrat policies. Normally, elections should be about policies. This one should not be. It should be about protecting the things that have actually made America great for nearly 250 years. The Constitution, the rule of law, democratic elections, and the peaceful transfer of power. Those are the things that have enabled American greatness for centuries, and those are the things that Donald Trump is destroying and that he will further assault if he gets the chance. This is the man who tried to overthrow the results of the last election, an election that he knew he lost and his party knew he lost. He tried to overturn it first with legal means, then with illegal means, and then with violence. A man who swore an oath to defend America and then sat back and watched the U.S. Capitol, with all members of the House and Senate inside, get attacked by his own supporters, and he didn't try and stop it, because he was okay with using violence to overturn an election. When he was informed that a civilian had been shot, he did nothing. When he was told the crowd wanted to hang Mike Pence, he did nothing. And by the way, if you're saying Nancy Pelosi was in charge of security, she was not. That's a lie they tell you to excuse what Donald Trump did. And even if she was, he could have stopped the violence, and he chose not to. He's a man who encourages, supports, and incites political violence and uses it as a threat against his political enemies. A man who believes the president can suspend the Constitution when he doesn't get what he wants. A man who claims to support the police but sat back and let his supporters attack them on January 6th, resulting in one officer dying by a stroke the next day and 4 more by suicide in the following weeks. A man who claims to honor the military but disparages an American POW, telling him he's not a war hero because he got captured by the enemy. A man who calls American war heroes losers and suckers while never missing an opportunity to tell everyone that he himself, a draft dodger, is tough and smart. The list could go on and on and on. I'm not trying to endorse liberal policies. I'm a capitalist to the core. I believe that capitalism is the greatest force for fighting poverty and introducing freedom that has ever been created. I believe in American greatness. I want a secure border. I believe that America is a force for good around the world, and that has to be backed up by the strongest military in the world. And by the way, I know the economy is a top concern for many people, and that is often the case for me as well. And Donald Trump will try and tell you that the American economy is a disaster right now. It should surprise nobody that he's lying to you. In fact, the American economy is a powerhouse right now, and it's the envy of the rest of the world. Yes, we were hit hard by inflation that hit every country in the world for very understandable reasons in the wake of the pandemic. But inflation is now under control. Wages are way up. The economy continues to expand. And the stock market has soared to record high after record high. It probably doesn't need to be said, but that doesn't happen in a shitty economy. By the way, even Goldman Sachs, one of the largest wealth management firms in the world, says the economy will be better under Kamala Harris. Now, I would still vote for Kamala over Benedict Donald, even if the economy was bad, because Trump is that big of a threat to the things that actually make America great. Even his own VP won't vote for him. What does that mean? By the way, he's not Trump's VP anymore because he committed the sin of honoring his oath to the Constitution when Trump thought that Mike Pence's oath was to him personally. All right, that's it. Happy to chat further with any friends who would like to have a conversation. Thanks.